Greetings people, I'm still in this room with bad lighting, and today we're gonna give you an update on Credefi Finance. They have a couple of different names and what they've been working on since the last video. We covered this back in April, almost 4 months since then, and I thought let's make an update on how the platform works, what they've been working on in that whole time, and what I think about the project long term, so you can hear what is inside of that hat. Also, I'm giving away $500 to 5 people, so $100 each. All you have to do is comment Credefi and then anything else underneath. So I can pick a random winner, like 5 random winners, in about a week from now. So for that, it's free to enter, just comment something. As always, simple disclaimer, you can try it out for free, you don't have to. It's not financial advice, you know all of that. And with that being said, let me give you like a short recap on what it's about. Because I just watched my own video to remind myself, to be fair, as there has been a lot to Credefi. Now, in short, as they say in all caps, innovative lending for real world impact. We can invest in EU, European, small-medium enterprise loans backed by real-world assets collateral. So usually, when it comes to crypto, you can borrow against your money, as we've seen with a couple projects in the past, but you never know if it's based on real-world assets, meaning if you wonder where your money went, it kind of went onto the blockchain and then it kind of disappeared. In this case, they have more than 50 of those financed within the EU already, with almost $3.8 million in total liquidity provided. And it's their mission to bridge the gap in debt financing in the European Union, which means you can access reliable loans backed by a range of real-world assets, including real estate, future receivables, and more. So the platform offers lenders stable and predictable returns generated from the real economy, meaning you could deposit money, lend it to other people, that would happen automatically, and you would then get percentages paid out over time. The team and CEO behind this is also doxed, so you can see they're real humans working on this, which is rare in crypto. It is mostly anonymous people. And I wanted to show you now on the platform how it looks like if you want to deposit money, gain access, and enable all of this so you can earn with what you deposit with the liquidity that you provide. Because if you get stable and predictable returns that are outside the crypto world, it can be a different way for you to kind of park your money. One way, for example, is farming on different sites. So you could, for example, have a liquidity pair of 2 stable coins and you get between like 4 to 11% a year, but everything is crypto based. In this case, your crypto enters the real world where we live in. So no matter the market conditions, you get those predictable returns when you need them. First of all, for the token price, well, we were at around 0.27 cents just a year ago in 2023. We're now back up at over 2 cents and peaked at around 5 cents. 4 months ago in April when we had the last video. And since then, the token went down to like 2 cents right now. But then again, everything that had to do with real world assets, RWA, so everything in this category here, had like a giant spike back in April. And since then came down by like 50%. Some of the other projects that we talked about on this channel, for example, were Token5 from the Floki team. And we can see a pretty similar curve here, where around the end of March, start of April, we have a peak of even 22 cents. And since then, we're down by like 70%. But I'm pretty sure and confident that anything in this sector is going to recover fairly quickly, considering that things like Mantra, for example, completely ignored the Bitcoin correction recently. And we're now sitting at close to all-time highs, if not all-time highs, just a couple days ago. And whenever money in the upper layers of any category flow in, eventually people take profit and it trickles down into other projects, with Credefi being one of them. Now, what do we do? When you signed up, and for that you simply need your email address and nothing else, you get a code sent to you in order to verify your email once and then to authenticate it. You can then log in, connect your wallet. You have different chains available, Binance Smart Chain, XRP as well, and then ETH2. And so far, the autonomous earning is active and the 2 things coming, corporate bonds as well as P2P, peer-to-peer lending. And we would see, for example, if we click on autonomous earning, that you get 12% APY on USDC. Just to not confuse it myself, APY always means that the money that you accumulate gets compounded on top of that. So when there is 12% APY, it means if you start with $100, you don't end the year with 112 exactly. It will mean the moment you get your first payout, that now is at 12%. So if you have $101 after like 1 month, for example, you would then get 12% on that for the remaining 11 months, right? So it's not just linear, it's exponential. Small but important difference. Now, with the options for corporate bonds, portfolio yield, and P2P lending aren't available yet, if the first option already gives you 12% on stable coins, for which you have nothing to do but deposit it, where you click on invest and then make a transaction, which would look like this. You enter your name and the amount. You select for how many months you want to have it in here, up until 48 months, and pass KYC, then you're all good to go. Now, here's one thing for KYC. If you ever wanted to go through different exchanges and KYC processes, but you were denied based on the country or whatever, there is the option for Palau, that's like an island state between the Philippines and Hawaii, and they have the digital ID called RSID. So just in case you never heard about this costs as much as Netflix in a year, and you get a physical card that can be used for KYC. You become a digital resident on the small island. So we do have autonomous earning in here, which offers a stable investment platform with predictable returns, and also mitigates the typical crypto market fluctuations. It is backed by an EU-managed loan portfolio, so your money doesn't disappear by tomorrow in case things go wrong. And it combines the realms of traditional and crypto finance by incorporating RWA financing on-chain. The overview for this will be you get 12% with a payment frequency of 90 days, and that started back in August of last year. Also on recent activity, you can see any other wallet that interacted with this. And you can even see transaction IDs of how much some people put in here. For example, one of the ones that I just copied put in $2,500. And if you get 12% on that for having USDT anyways, it's like an additional way to fight against inflation if you think about it. Because if you don't do anything with your money, you lose between 5 and 11% a year, depending on how bad it is. There are different ways to measure inflation. But with this, if you get 12%, you kind of fight against that automatically. Now for your X Credifi tokens, you can also stake them. Different tiers requiring 100, 1,000 or 10,000 tokens, which means $2, 20 or $200, which gives you some additional extra interest on there. In Module X, you can also stake your regular tokens to get the X Credefi tokens, which can then be staked even more, which means there's like multiple ways on you swap money to get the token, which can increase in price, so it's worth more anyways. You can stake it and get a lot more of these tokens, which can be staked so you get additional interest. There's this whole cycle of things playing together, which means you get some additional benefits. So you can see so far as the autonomous earning is live and the other corporate bonds and P2P lending is yet to come later on in 2024. There's no way to get confused with the site. It's simple, it's straightforward, it shows you what you need to know. So what else have they been up to? Because there have been a couple of different news since then. In their efforts to attract even more users, they have launched a joint campaign with their partners at Magic Square IO, which is the Web3 app store, in which you can earn 15 USDT by depositing at least 500 credit on Credifi. And if we look at the current token price, 500 Credifi is about $11. And if you get $15 for depositing 11, you might call me a wizard here, but my math is telling me that you make $4 of profit. And you know, some of them are still available, which means you kind of get free money. The first 166 users will earn 15 USDT each. But then again, details for all of that on their Twitter and on the page, so make sure to check that out. And they announce a lot of different giveaways almost on a weekly basis if you just scroll through their Twitter. And then of course there are updates when it comes to the work they put in and the services that they offer. For example, about bank functionality, the final adjustments that they made, the development of a new smart contract for profit sharing so everything is automated and works, speed increase, functionality update, having the KYC service run by some sub, which is AI based, and you know, dropping some videos here and there about everything. Like here's for example the entire recap of June where they had their first revenue share, Polytrade partnership, integrated BNB in order to make deposits, were listed on BingX, had AMAs and media coverage, and if you just want to get the token, for example, you can get it on most of the big exchanges. We had BingX mentioned just now. We have KuCoin, Gate, Bitmart, PancakeSwap as well. So if you just use MetaMask and the Binance Smart Chain, it's there as well. You can get it on Uniswap, CoinStore, and a couple others mentioned down here. Overall, and I hope I can draw you a great picture in Paint, I always had the following split when it comes to investments. 1/3 is notes. They're currently not that happy. 1/3 is Bitcoin / layer ones, because then the market doesn't go down that much for those, higher up coins in the top 10. Because if Bitcoin drops by 5%, it drops 5%. It doesn't drop 50 like most altcoins, it's 5%. And now let's give you some passive income. And then we have 33% of random stuff, mostly altcoins, some memes here and there. And I think I will split this into something that farms and goes into RWAs. So we have another sector / market that has nothing to do with crypto that can change the price and add some more diversification to everything that I have. And if you just want to get a token, which is sub 20 mil right now, and get back to all-time highs, 75% of the tokens aren't circulating supply, so won't be diluted much. Could be interesting to some of you. Links to everything down below. Don't forget to like and so on and so forth. Also, I'm giving away $500 if you comment down below Credi, if you comment down below Credifi and anything else. And then we'll randomize it, message 5 of you, and 5 people win $100 each. Link is down below, not financial advice. See you fairly soon, and until then, take care.